Shalom. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Racha Kodash Shanya Kubad Agadawala Rekwab Zekwanyim Nawa Wa Shalayakim Nawa. That's the belongers to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. Wabarakim Labakaryim Shaliyah. That's peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. I wanted to start off reading in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach 11, verse 21, and I'll say verse 22 as well. Just wanted to make a quick exhortation video. As we're in this ministry, we see it looks like the 2/3 of our people, and really just the heathen in general, I'll say those that aren't serving God and doing His will, it can look like from time to time, well, really a lot of times, like they're winning, like they have the advantage, like they're living their life, they're having fun, so on and so forth. But you got to remember that we've been brought into this ministry to sacrifice. That's the overall theme or concept of this ministry. It's the sacrifice, because the servant is not greater than his master. And our master, Yahushai, he laid down his life for us. So that means we ought to do the same. So if his entire life was a sacrifice, and that means that ours has to be the same. 2/3 of our people, and especially the rest of the nations, they're not sacrificing. They're not looking to do it. They're living it up in a world where Esau, Edom, is ruling, and he's known as the devil that the Bible speaks of. So of course they're going to be winning. Of course they're going to be walking around with smiles on their faces. Of course they're going to easily level up in society, be traveling every other weekend, so on and so forth. But the Bible tells us not to envy them, and that's exactly where I'm coming from with this video topic. And so I'll start once again. Sirach 11, verses 21 and 22. Marvel not at the works of sinners. And that's not to say that we're not sinners. It doesn't mean that we don't sin. It's referring to those that aren't repenting, especially not repenting in truth and in sincerity, because some people are, but are they really striving to change their ways? That's what it really means to be baptized. You come in this ministry and your mind is cleansed. That's it. Your mind is cleansed by the word, and the Lord puts you through different trials and tribulations. Now, you may do the same things over. You fall, but you get back up and you do your best to strive and be the best Israelite, brother, sister, servant in this ministry. Everybody else, they're being labeled as sinners. So it says, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. So keep pushing, keep going, keep abounding in the ministry as it states. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich, and that's physically and spiritually. Right now we're poor, but one day soon we're going to be on top. We're going to have the riches. Right? Physically, we're going to have it, and even spiritually right now, we are the rich, right? Because we have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But that will be manifested on a physical plane when the Heavenly Father returns by way of His only begotten Son. Our minds are changed. Our bodies are changed. Now we're officially ruling. We're a righteous people, a nation of kings and priests. Then we'll have dictatorship over the entire world. We'll be truly rich, fat, as the scriptures say. Or like this world likes to say, generational wealth. We'll have true generational wealth. But right now we have to sacrifice. It says, the blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly He maketh His blessing flourish. And that's what we're waiting for. The promise, the oath that was made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who today would be called so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, I'll say as a whole, the Israelites as a whole. I'll say, we're waiting to receive that promise that was made to our forefathers. The rest of our people now waiting. 2/3 of our people, they're not even concerned about that promise. It's not important to them. They'd rather get a bag, as they say, get their money up, get the hottest Jordans, the latest Jordans coming out, the freshest clothes. That's all they're worried about. But we're worried about heavenly things, things that are going to be permanent, things that'll last forever, things of the kingdom. Now, of course, I'm going to jump over to the book of Proverbs because it's saying the same exact thing. Proverbs 23, verses 17 and 18. Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. Why? Because we understand that there's a recompense for your actions. Everybody, whether you're righteous or wicked, you're going to receive a reward for your thoughts and your actions, the things that you're doing on this side right now. Now, yeah, ultimately, every single Israelite will be saved, meaning in the kingdom, will be saved from under our enemies. But you have to ask yourself, how are you getting to the kingdom? And then, furthermore, what will your rank be when you're there? Will you just be, do you want to be just another common Israelite? I mean, sure, you're still going to be above all the other nations. You're still going to have power. You're still going to have your own land and be a king, right? A priest. But there will be levels, just like in Esau's kingdom, just like in every single kingdom that has ever been. You will have levels. You will have rankings. More than likely, if you listen to this video, you should be striving to be a part of the 144,000. Of course, women, you should be striving to be a part of the 1/3, the elect, that remnant. So we have to fear the Lord because of that fact right there. You just don't know. You don't know if you're a part of that number. And if you're not, then that means before salvation comes, you're going to be asked out when it comes to Jacob's trouble. You're going to be left. Imagine in that day being left out to your own devices, meaning whatever your mind can think of to do. You're going to be done. So we need protection. So let not thine heart envy sinners, because they're going to be done. They're not sacrificing to the Lord right now. They're not worried about him. They don't give a damn about being under grace. It doesn't matter to them. Not knowing that they're going to need mercy very soon. But be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long, for surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. We're looking for a very merry-hearted, happy, successful end. Everyone's goal in this thing should be to obtain salvation. If you're in this ministry for something different, an ulterior motive, then you will not last. You will not make it inside of those chariots. It says, surely there is an end. Why? Because there's something called prophecy. Prophecy is what dictates time. Things are moving according to the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We know we're living in the end days because we see all the prophecies coming to pass at the same exact time. Earthquakes in diverse places, right? The micro CHIP is being pushed literally on a weekly basis now. You have wars and rumors of wars. The decline of the dollar. It seems like every few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, there's articles about some kind of collapse or recession. We know that something big is coming. It's around the corner. When? Who knows? But we know it soon. So surely there is an end. And thine expectation shall not be cut off. That's if you fear the Lord, if you don't envy sinners, if you're willing to sacrifice. Then your expectation of salvation would not be cut off, meaning it won't come to an end. It won't die off. So this was on my spirit, and just wanted to make this video really quickly and talk about that because, of course, a day or two ago, I felt myself slipping in that aspect, and so I had to check myself. Sat in the car, prayed to the Lord, get your thoughts out. Really just have a conversation when you pray to the Lord. More so now than ever, I'm really understanding that and how important that is. The Lord sees you doing that, and that's the biggest way to show your faith in the Lord is by talking to him and praying to him. So yeah, I had a nice talk with the Lord. Listened to some scriptures through the audio Bible, and then a brother posted this in the chat, and I was like, yeah, definitely got to make a video now. The Spirit is on me to do so. So Lord's will, this was somewhat comforting and edifying to the elect that needed to hear it. You know, man, we're looking to obtain salvation. You know, the rest of the world ain't looking for that. We're going to have be in a forever state of happiness because of this short-term trial period. That's all this is. So, call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Machakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Shalom.